Let's all welcome Honorable Justice Shri Srishananda Sir, High Court of Karnataka, with a token of respect and gratitude. I request Shri Subramanya Bhatt Sir, the Vice Chairman ACPR, to present a token of respect and gratitude. A big round of applause in welcoming Shri Srishananda Sir. Thank you. I take this honor to introduce Honorable Justice Shri Srishananda. Honorable Justice Srishananda Sir is a respected judge at High Court of Karnataka. Sir has started his journey as a judge from May 2020 with an extensive experience in Karnataka Judicial Service and also has served as the judiciary with commitment and dedication before elevation to the High Court. It's our privilege to introduce and acknowledge his valuable service to the field of judiciary. Over to you, sir.
ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ ಹರಿಹಿ ಓಂ. ಸಭೆಗೆ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಆಪಾದ ಮೌಳಿ ಪರ್ಯಂತಂ ಗುರುಣಾಂ ಆಕೃತಿಂ ಸ್ಮರೇತ್ ತೇನ ವಿಘ್ನಾ ಪ್ರಣಶ್ಯಂತಿ ಸಿದ್ಧ್ಯಂತಿ ಚ ಮನೋರಥಾಃ. Since last 3 days, you are all engrossed with the spirituality, aiming at one Almighty for the whole one universe with one humanity. That is the theme of the 3-day national conference. Well, the valedictory is always like, a somewhat everybody is eager to get back to their workplace after these 3 days of churning, understanding, trying to understand some ideas, some getting into assimilating into, some not so assimilating, some are really new to the people. So what is actually the valedictory address? In Sanskrit we have what is called the word samaropa. That's how the valedictory session would be called, Samaropa Samarambha. What is Samaropa is the one question. Everybody would say it's a closure of the event. Every event has to begin and it has to end. Therefore, the last speaker will be lastly understood that he would finish it in a time frame. So, with that small note, not testing your patience, I think I have about half an hour at my command, or little more if you are interested further. With that, let us see what the whole idea is about. We have all tried to understand what Guruji Ranade has tried to tinker with the all religions across the world and try to evolve a uniform or a free size philosophy which can fit into all. This was the one idea with which the Ranade started understanding the philosophy. Basic philosophy is what we have called the humanity. That is the dharayet iti dharmaha is what is called. What is dharma then? Alas, we don't have any straight synonym in the English for the word dharma. Therefore, we have a lot of issues, especially when we cross the border India or the Bharat, then we have what is called word religion. I'm sorry, religion is not the equivalent of what is the word dharma in Sanskrit. So what is dharma then? Dharma is the first point of the dharma is dharayet. What should dharayet? The life should dharayet. So what is it that one can think of is, we will straight away get the answer from Bhagavad Gita, what is called Bahunam Janmanamante Gnanavan Mam Prapadyate. This is the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says. That is the refinement of the soul. The speaker just now has, very beautifully put it across the Panchakosha. Anandamaya Kosha is what is one is the aim. So how to get into is the first you will have to, in the Kali Yuga, the people are going to die if they don't have the food. So that is where this first point starts. You can just look at the Ethiopia. If you go and tell the philosophy what is it going to that happen in Ethiopia, they want the food, no? They'll be waiting for the food packets to be dropped from the air, and they are waiting for that sound all the whole of the month, and then try to get the food. That is Kaliyuge Annagata Prana. That's how it goes on. Fine. The Panchamaya Kosha he explained. Dharayet iti dharma is the upliftment of the society. Supreme Court has encapsulated in Dikshit Law versus State of Andhra Pradesh very clearly. Sustenance of the society is the first parameter of the dharma, and that dharma should sustain the society means what? Maintain peace and tranquility is the next aspect. Then the last aspect that the Supreme Court is trying to say is upliftment. Now you see, the slogan today we have is upliftment of the downtrodden. Who allowed them to become downtrodden is the first question. Whether any dharma preached that, you look down upon a particular person. Sorry, no dharma said that, you look down upon somebody. On the contrary, what we had, a beautiful, a wonderful, a universal, and a one and only convocation address in every Gurukula, told in the Shikshavali, in Brihadaranyaka, after telling them the code of conduct as to how one should be for the dharma to be followed in the positive covenants, namely what? Satyam Vadha, Dharmam Chara, all these things are the positive covenants one has to say. Now, after the entire 14 years of the teaching, what is being told to the student who is going out to the rest of the world, or the coming back to the what is called Laukika, or the present day world, or into the regular world where the ideal situations are not there, is dharmat na pramaditavyam, kushalat na pramaditavyam, bhutyai na pramaditavyam, swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam, deva rishi pitrukaryabhyam na pramaditavyam. Fine. Sir, you said beautiful, sir. You know, sir, you are good at Sanskrit. We are not. Yes, I was also not. What do you get from that? Come what may. I'll give an example with the cricket that will easily get into. See, Rahul Dravid in a interview says, if the ball is going outside the off stump 2 inches, that is not my ball, I don't play. Then where do you get out behind the... No slip, nothing. No wicket keeper can catch you if you are not going to touch the ball. If it is coming on to you, you know how to play. So what the Gurukulas taught is an ideal pitch. If the bowler comes up and then delivers the ball at this end, it is a short pitch because he is cooking it. He is bouncing it onto the center of the pitch. What is the good length? It goes beyond the ears. So the person in the 22 yards staying away will only be looking at how the ball is delivered, from where, which point it is delivered. All that you have to understand because it is coming in 130, 140 kilometers speed, and then coming onto the pitch, pitching it and coming up with a seam thereon, that is the thread, putting the two hemisphere into a ball, whether it hits the land or the other portion, or it is reverse swing. So how it is possible? It is possible by anavarata abhyasena murkhopi pandito bhava. Simple. By simple experience. So now what happens? Ideal pitch is there. When the ball comes like this, you have to play like this is the what coach has told. He has also, same coach was there for Tendulkar and our great friend Vinod Kambli. Right. Now, Ramakant Archekar, if you ask him, Kambli has a better skill and also an advantage because he was a left-hand batsman. Whereas Tendulkar was a right-hand batsman, and the height also matters. So now, if you ask Ramakant Archekar, he said, classically, Kambli is better than Tendulkar. But Kambli could not succeed. Tendulkar could. How? It is simple. Kambli get into other aspects of the matter in the life. Tendulkar did not. So, the life is given. Coach is the Almighty who has given it us. Please understand, how many of you bought the new pair of slippers sometime a month ago, 2 months ago. In my days, it used to last for 3 years. Even now, I have a slipper which is 1.5 years old, which I am wearing, and still other one is also I am having. It is 4 or 5 years old. My son has got every 3 months a new pair of slippers and shoes. Why? The slipper is used in a particular manner. It is to only protect my feet. Now this was the requirement, not for, now I saw this morning, home slippers coming in different. Where to use the slipper in the home? It should be clean, no? If your home is not clean, then you want a slipper. Look at it, no? So therefore, the philosophy goes also like this. Ideal situations are created in the Gurukula. Now what happened? Look back into the South African tour of the India. South African tour of the India, what happened? They wanted to win the game by other method. Adharma method. What is it, adharma method? They used to shine the ball only one side. All of you have seen, even in the WPL match you have seen, ladies also, the rubbing the ball. And it caught the eyes of the commentators, and they say they are imitating everyone now in the men's match. Fine. Now the point is, what happens by shining the ball? Look at the truth, no? This is the science. Ball is delivered, when it reaches the batsman, shiny portion is opposite to the batsman, therefore he cannot locate the ball. This is what the whole ideology of what is called reverse swing. This they had made it. After 5 overs, 6 overs, ball was shined only one side, and when it is to reach the ball to the batsman, he could not locate the ball, he would go out. Now this science was not told in the Gurukula, because ideal pitch, this one side shining was not there. I am coming to what is called the important aspect of the dharma called Swadhyaya. Now what happens? 2 persons, already openers, are back into the pavilion. Tendulkar and Dravid are there, first down and second down. In between the overs, we have the advertisement, they have the chance to speak to each other. So they spoke to each other, they understood what is happening. What happened there was, they came to know that third delivery in the previous over, fifth delivery in the previous over, first delivery in the previous over, I could not locate the ball. Ball was not visible to me. Same thing happened to me at the launch striker end. So now how did you play? Somehow by fluke I was able to manage. How long this fluke will go? So they decided this reverse swing is the mischief. Now I can't locate the ball from there, but by the time he delivers, the way in which that he delivers, non-striker can understand how the ball is being delivered there. Swadhyaya took place. Swadhyaya is what? The reverse swing. And how it has happened? The ball is to be delivered in a particular manner. Shiny portion comes, you can play. If it is the other way, you cannot play because you are blank. Now the non-striker can locate how it can go. So what they did is, they held like this, they understood. If the ball is on the right side, I hold the bat on my left side. If the ball is on the reverse swing, I hold my bat on the right side. So they understood, okay, fine. Now third possibility is there. If non-striker also not able to understand which is the way that he is going to bowl, then I'll hold the bat in the center, you do leave it on to the guard. Result was very clear. Next over, same bowler, same pitch, same ball, 4 back-to-back boundaries. Bowler is now perturbed. All his adharma has been vanished by one Swadhyaya. World is also like this. We have been told to go in a particular manner. We are going. You have seen recently the lorry tanker coming near Chitradurga from the opposite side, crossing the median and hitting a bus, and all of them were burnt. How do you expect? You ask any elder in the Belagavi, in the Bengaluru-Pune road, earlier, it was only a single road. No accident, no head-on collision. If the lorry is coming from the other side, We will get down onto the footpath because I am a car. He let him go, then I will go. Now double road happened. Now road with median is there, 4 roads. People then are still drivers who are survived. I am the best example. I have survived on Bengaluru Pune road many times, driven. Every time I have driven to Haveri. Every time I have driven to the Dharwad by myself. I also used to go in the good speed. 130, 140 in Santro. Survived because I knew where to cut down the speed. Which are the areas of the danger? Which are the areas which are required? These are the principles. I am giving you the modern examples in the form of Dharma. Now what happens is, this knowledge was there from the Vedic period, what is called Vedas are Apaurusheya. It was not written by anybody, it has been formed out of the God. Apaurusheya means it is not written by anybody. This knowledge for the well-being of the society was captured in Vedas. What has happened was, over a period of time, on number of invasions and other things, the Vedas went into the insignificance. Then the Vedas were rediscovered. Now that was the situation. We did not have much time to understand each other. Therefore, there was a requirement of classification. That classification came in the form of the 4 Vedas being classified, which are called Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharvana Veda. These 4 Vedas were classified by who is called Vyasa Maharshi, who was born to a fisherman's wife. Please understand this. This is one aspect that I would like to resonate in this conference as a take-home point. Please understand. Vyasa was not a Brahmin. So today we have that feeling that Vedas are only for Brahmins. No. Vyasa was born to a fisherman's wife. So where is the question of the Vedas being, worshipped by only Brahmins? It was not so. The present day caste system should not be misunderstood with what is the Varna system that we had. I'll give a simple example. This morning you get up, offer your prayers, Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, you are a Brahmin. Go to the milk fellow. Earlier it is to be in the liter. If he gives 3/4 of a liter and taking 1 rupee money, 1 liter full money, what do you do? What do you do? Please tell me. You will say, why are you giving the 3/4 liter for 1 liter money? Are you not bargaining? You are a Vaishya then. See, look at all these things. And that fellow says, I am only going to give you a list. What are you going to do? You will hit him, no? You are a Kshatriya. You come home, no? There is a thorn in your leg. Your mother is ailing. Your father is ailing. Some balm is to be applied to your father's leg. Mother is leg. Or you want to put the oil onto yourself and massage. What are you then? This is what is called Varna system. Not by birth. It is the mischief of the Britishers who divided the society on the question of caste. I am telling you, Mughals did not do this. Mughals did not do this. They all only wanted the money in the form of tax. And the criminal system, I have studied that. Therefore, I am making it very clearly. Criminal justice system, they wanted their law. When it comes to our personal law, puja and other things, they did not object us. It is only Britishers. So they wanted to divide the society. You will see that British mentality even now in the elected governments. Right? Dividing the people on the question of caste. Unfortunate. Shuddha Jnana, Divya Jnana, Nirmala Jnana. Whoever. See, Dvaita, Advaita, Vishishta Advaita. All these things are what we have classified to find out the truth. There are different ways to reach the peak. One who climbs from the Himalayan side, the Nepali side for the Himalaya, he goes in a different way. I go from a particular way, Uttarakhand, I go and reach the top in a particular way. From the China, if you come, you will have a different road. But the peak is one and the same, no? Everest, the peak is one and the same. So that way, the philosophies come in a different manner. Why philosophy then? Now coming back to Swadhyaya. Philosophy says this is the truth and it is divided into 4 portions. Rigveda said existence of Atma and Paramatma, two different entities, how to attain there, why Atma should be there, why Paramatma should be there. I would ask our advocate friend, sir, who are you, sir? One question, simple. Who are you? Just simply answer. Sorry? No, sir. What is your name? Rohit. What are you? Advocate. Beyond that? Beyond that? Who are you, sir? I don't want your name, sir. That is given by your father and mother. Your profession, I don't want, sir. Because you have studied something, you have become an advocate. Who are you, sir? How do you say, sir, you are human? No, I'm going to the very serious issue. But this is what Ramana Maharshi said. He has written a book called Who Am I? Those who have read that will be in a position to test. Who are you? Are you your body? One day you will die. Who are you? Difficult, no? Where the science stops, philosophy begins. Panchendriya is the one which will see in your advocacy also in the Evidence Act, Section 3. What is a fact? Fact is perceivable by senses, right? You can see, you can hear, you can smell, you can taste, you can have the feeling of the touch. Fine, Panchendriya is over. That is what the Gnana means. Gnanamaya, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Gnanamaya. Gnana is over. If you are only having that Gnana, then what you see in the Section 3 of the Evidence Act, written by Macaulay, not by us, okay, 1872, written by Macaulay, who wanted to take away the India by, perishing the Sanskrit, removing the Sanskrit from this country. All right, let it be there. We'll discuss it on some other day, how he failed in it. That's a different issue. Now coming to this head, he also says what is called mental condition. Now where is this Atma? Is it here in the heart? No, sir. We have many heartless people here. It is not in the heart, sir. If you say it's in brain, no, sir. Brain dead cases, how are they living, sir? Look at all these things. So this question, who am I? Nano yaru. Who am I? This question, if you start putting yourself, then you will try to answer. After your name goes, that is what the DVG writes. DVG writes in Mankutimmanna Kagga, ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಹೋಗಲಿ, ನಿನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಹೋದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ನೀನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ನೀನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ನೌ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಡಿಟೋರಿಯಂ discussing certain things. God forbid, I meet with a massive heart attack. Yes, I am taken to the best hospital here. All these things are over. People still here are anxious as to waiting to find out what is my health condition. Then everybody is trying to call Jirli. Sir, what happened? Where is justice? Where is Srisha? What happened to Vedavyasachar Srishananda? How is he doing? Whether doctors are looking at 15 minutes later, doctor comes out and then say, sorry sir, justice is no more. No, please understand this. This is what the important essence of our entire 3-day seminar, quintessence will come out now. Just find it. Give me 1 more minute. Then that lady who is enjoying the lecture will call Jirli and say, when the body will come. Gone, no? Identity, Srisha, justice, everything gone, no? Or within a second, within a minute, identity of Srisha has become a body. Body. Kanakadasa, a great Dasa, was once upon a time a soldier. Right sheet. Yaru sangada bahorilla. Nobody comes along with you. ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕುಳಿತಿದೆ explains the ICU 450 years earlier. Explains the ICU. ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕುಳಿತಿದ್ದ ಮಿತ್ರ ಬಾಂಧವರೆಲ್ಲ, those who are sitting across the person who was still alive, looking at what is going to happen. ಹೊತ್ತು ಹೋಯಿತು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹಾಕೆನವರು. ಹೊತ್ತು means the prana. What is prana then? I'll tell in a minute. ಹೊತ್ತು ಹೋಯಿತು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹಾಕೆನವರು, ಹಿತ್ತಲ ಕಸಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡೆಯಾಯಿತಿ ದೇಹ. Garbage stored there in the modern cities. You cannot throw it wherever you want it. You have to collect it. You will have to separate it. Dry waste, wet waste, this, that and all. You know all these things. That is garbage. The fellow who doesn't come and collect next day, you will keep it there. 2 days he doesn't come on the strike, you keep it there. Third day it starts smelling. You say keep it in the utility and close the door. Your own waste you can't tolerate, no? That garbage is kept for 3 days, but not the body. Not but the body. ಹಿತ್ತಲ ಕಸಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡೆಯಾಯಿತಿ ದೇಹ, ಹೊತ್ತುಕೊಂಡೊಯ್ದು ಅಗ್ನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸಿಡಿರುವರು, ಯಾರೂ ಸಂಗಡ ಬಾಹೋರಿಲ್ಲ. Alas, in COVID-19, for burning we needed a recommendation. 30, 40, sir, my number to be given little early. I am waiting since 24 hours. Corruption played a role there. Which body to be burned first? This is the worst human mentality. Mind you, what are you, sir? Rohit, what are you? Not an advocate, no. Not Rohit anymore, no. Not a body, no. So, after all these things, what remains? What remains is we see, remains that something remaining is the what one has left in this country, that is Gurudeva Ranade's teachings. So something left now after Ranade left. We have his samadhi, we go there, we daily make worship, we offer deepa, dhupa, naivedya, daily Agni Karya being done, Agnihotra being performed. Daily in the center we pass through that while coming. That is being done on a daily basis. Whether Ranade gets all these things or the remains inside the samadhi gets all these things. No. That is our sincerity being shown to the Ranade. In that forum, we want to purify ourselves. Swayam malankritya, acharyam malankuryat. This is what the Dharma would say. Get first yourself purified, then look at the others. Sorry, sir, for the cloth to become white, right from surfing days. Today also we have the very same surf in a different form. Surf excel. Earlier it was not so, is it? Same surf, no? Surf excel, Ariel, this, that and all. Fine, you have beautiful white cloth. You have best detergent. In my days it was Lux. Now it is Dove, that's all. She will come and then say, put Dove here, some other soap here in the color and without this one, and touch it, smooth, here, no rough. Use Dove. Now foreign countries say, if you use Dove, you will get skin cancer. Fine, for this body, for this outer things, for the relevant things, cloth, you have marjana. That's why it is called detergent. Marjana. Marjana is what? It is snana. It is cleansing. How do you cleanse here? How do you cleanse here? Look at it, no? When did you quarrel with your neighbor, your in-laws, your relatives? For what? For penny. You quarreled with a rickshaw driver. You quarreled with 10 paisa with the conductor and ended your life in Bengaluru. Conductor failed to pay 10 paisa change back. You put his knife. When do you realize all these things? That is where the worldly things comes to an end. And it starts with what is called philosophical things. What will happen? ಓದಿ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣನಾಗು, ಕಾದು ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯನಾಗು, ನಿನ್ನೊಲವಿನಂತಾಗು, ಏನಾದರೂ ಸರಿಯೇ, ಮೊದಲು ಮಾನವನಾಗು. So, read, become a professor. Kadukshatriyanagu. Go there, fight at the enemies in the border, become a Veeraputra for this country, as Vivekananda said. O Jambu Dvipa Nivasigale. He said, he did not say Bharata. Those who chant this Sankalpa in the morning will understand Jambu Dvipe, Bharata Varshe, Bharata Kande, all these things we say. So Bharata Desha or Bharata Kanda was part of Jambu Dvipa. So Vivekananda sees the Akhanda Bharata up to Jambu Dvipa. Whatever that portions we have lost. That was what was working in the mind of Vivekananda. And he says, Veeraputrare. He never said, Hedi Putrare. When it comes for the nation, when it comes for the dharma, when it comes for my mother, when it comes for all these things, I should be valiant enough. That is what Vivekananda said. And I want the persons, the youth, full of iron muscles. And what should flow inside the veins? He said the fluid, molten iron should flow there. That is the person they wanted. Where are we? Where are we, sir? Unfortunate. A billionaire's daughter got into the drug and now inside the jail. I am not saying son, daughter. Is this modernization what we wanted? Is this the scientific development what we wanted? Is this what they actually wanted to take away our philosophical values, dharmic virtues? No. Development is not. This is not the sustenance of the society, Supreme Court said in Dikshitulu. This is not the well-being of the society that the Supreme Court wanted. This is not the upliftment of the downtrodden that the Supreme Court wanted. What it wanted was to flourish everybody, allows the country to make everybody to flourish everybody. My dear friends, whoever is in depression, don't get depressed. Sir, he has got his uncle so and so, therefore he gets a seat. I am not having anything. No, sorry, sir. Those who don't have Godfather, please mind this. Those who don't have Godfather, God is the Father. Time is up. I am sure you are all bored. If you permit me, another 15 minutes. Otherwise, I will end up. If you have patience, I have got some more thing to say. Yes, another 10-15 minutes? Yes, fine. No issues. I only see that applause is for the continuation, not for stopping. All right. Now look at the next situation. Now Dharayat we have understood, Dharma we have understood. Now what next? What is it that I can contribute to the world? Many times you have got this doubt, no? One small creature, what is it that it can do? Any one of us will feel, what makes it if my one vote doesn't go, I don't vote for the next election, nothing will happen. There is a beautiful anecdote onto this. One day, Akbar wanted to find out how beautiful his country is and how loyal his subjects are to the majesty. Right? So he wanted to have a test done. He mooted this idea to Birbal. Birbal said it's a worst idea, waste of money and time. Still Akbar wanted it, so they decided. A day earlier to the Yuvaraja Pattabhisheka, that is Akbar's son to be brought to the throne, a test was fixed. 20 feet height, a barrel is put, then there is a beat of drums and then saying, all of you should contribute a cup of water, cup of milk for the palace. We all prepare the payasam next day, putting into other things into it, and then distribute to the whole of the nation. Agreed? Everyone should participate, and if somebody fails to participate, they will be killed, beheaded. So, secret ballot is there, no? Secret ballot, secret ballot. That was also done. On the new moon day, around 6 o'clock, 6:30, when the sun set, they started this. There is a huge podium put here. Everyone should come here with a cup of milk, go there, drop it, and then go from there. It was kept near the Ranivasa, Begam's place, because they are on the parda, no? They can show it to them, so they can put directly. So it all started with the Begum, then the Majesty, then the ministers, then all the new businessmen, one who have flew away, all those people. So they started everyone contributing. Lastly, all people finished, and next day morning, the cook wanted to prepare payasam. He opens the lid, finds it full of water. Problem is there, what was being published, let us see. So he found out again the draft, and he heard, rewind, audio, everything. What was asked to be put up is the milk only. But what was there? It was full of water. Now king is really annoyed. So he wanted to find the answer, send words for the Birbal. Then Google was not there, no? So, so Birbal was called. Birbal went there and then said, he was not to be found. He was hidden in somewhere in his house. He was pulled and then brought back and then told. Then the Birbal says, you want the answer in the public or private? So then king said, no, on the public unnecessarily, I have already lost my dignity. Why lose some more dignity? Let us have a private discussion. He called inside. He said, look Raja, you are the one, you are the having the happy moment. You are the one to distribute to all from something from the palace to the subjects. On the contrary, what you wanted? You wanted everything to be contributed from the subjects to the palace. Therefore, none of them were interested. Now coming to the honesty. What subject thought? What the people of the country thought? Rani Begums, they are putting the milk. So if I put a cup of water, it will not get noticed. So then king, then minister, everybody thought that the other man is putting the milk, and if I put the water, I get unnoticed. So everyone thought so and then put only water. Finally it came for the Begums. Raja called him, Akbar, what did you put? They said, पानी डाल दिया. क्यों? सब लोग वो दूध डाल रहे हैं ना, हम पानी डाले तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? So this went on. Finally it came to the Akbar himself. Birbal had every guts to call the Akbar and then say, what did you put? He said, I believed my subjects, I also put water. See, at least Birbal had put it, or Akbar had put it some tinging with there. Now it is the turn for Akbar. He says, Arey, what did you do? What did you put? He said, sir, I was not interested in contributing the milk to you. Therefore, I refrained from participating in the test. Now, Akbar says, you will be beheaded. Did you not have that fear? He said, I knew that you wanted an answer next day, so I would be alive. Therefore, I did not participate. Friends, dharma you will have to follow for your good self, not to please anybody. Not to please anybody. You would have seen in temples, people shouting like Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. In their house, they will be dancing to the MTV. When it comes to the temple, they will show Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, so that people should understand this man is so religious, so dharmika. No, that is not the intent of dharma. That is not the intent of the dharma. Kabir Doha, please understand. I am not for a moment trying to degrade anybody, nor I should be misunderstood in any manner. Kabir Doha, first line I skip. You all can go, Google it and try and find out. I have some reservations, therefore first line I skip. It is Kabir Doha. It's not my words. Chidi ki pagur never baje to bhi sahib sunta hai, na jano tera sahib kaisa hai. He says, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting at the God? Why do you use loudspeakers? Not necessary. Even if the ant's leg, you put a small bell. What is the size of the leg of an ant? In that small leg, the bell, that sound, the God can hear. Beautiful, no? Na jano tera sahibo kaisa hai. Kabir Doha. First lines, you can Google it and try and find out. Right? Therefore, what is to be now done is, after hearing so much of 3 days speech, everything, nectar, Ranade understood this truth. Gurudev ji understood this truth. There were several disciples there. Churning went on. What churning? Amruta Mathana. Samudra Mathana went, and as usual, what came first? The Visha. The poison came out. If you start now churning your mind, you will only get Visha out. Once the Visha is out, you will get the pure nectar. See, this is what the symbolizing the Samudra Mathana. Samudra Mathana may be a story, but it signifies that you churn yourself. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Ultimately, it turns out to be all the poisonous thoughts, evil thoughts will go away. That's why we call it Agamartantu Devanam, Gamanartantu Rakshasam, Kuru Gantaravam Tatra, Devatah Vanalanchanam. There is only one seat one can occupy, not two, simultaneously. You know what is happening in the present day. One seat, one can. Likewise, first you should send the Rakshasa out so that the Devata can come and sit in. Where to sit in? Beautiful Kannada poem. Harigeyandu gudiyanonda kattutiruvenu, deenaginta deva badava endu bagevenu. It's a beautiful Kannada poet, made it. I am building a temple for the God within my heart. I am thinking that he is worse than the beggar. Last lines would go like this. Deenagondu vishwasaladu ase tanisalu, devagedeya gudiya saku nalidu nelesalu. See, if you put 10 rupees to a beggar, tomorrow he will look for 20. And you have seen in that WhatsApp, finally he goes in BMW. So for his desire, there is no limit. Deenagondu vishwasaladu, entire universe if you give it, then also he is greedy. Devagedeya gudiya saku nalidu nelesalu. Whereas that God can come here in this dirty place and then can stay here if you allow him to stay. What is God then? God is again the good thoughts, well-being of the universe, one dharma, one humanity. Ranade. Theme. Right. So what you have to look into is what is good for the society, what is bad for the society. Now the whole problem today is what is good and what is bad. One person in my days, there used to be a proverb in Kannada, Ratri alla Ramayana keli, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ರಾಮಂಗೂ ಸೀತೆಗೂ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಅಂದರು ಅಂತ. ಫಾರ್ ಮೈ friends who cannot understand Kannada, I would say, whole night they have heard Ramayana and next day morning they have a doubt what is the relationship between Rama and Sita. Now that proverb has changed. One full week you hear the Ramayana. Right? ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಕೇಳೋದು. One full week you will hear Ramayana. Then you have, sir, I have a fundamental doubt. Oh, this fundamental word is there, no? Very dangerous. Very dangerous in all spheres. Fundamental doubt. Then the Guruji asked, what is that fundamental doubt? The disciple said, sir, whether Rama is the Daitya or Ravana is the Daitya. Whether Rama is Rakshasa or Ravana is the Rakshasa. Today we are in that world. So what do you define as the Dharma? See, if you can't hit the sixer, bring the boundary line nearer, no? Is this what you want? Or you want to gain that momentum, that strength where you can hit beyond the stadium, or you want to reduce the boundary line? In volleyball, if it is 6 feet, bring down to 3 feet. Everybody will hit the smashes, no? Is this what you want? Don't lower down the values to suit you. This is the principle one has to look into. So the dharma should be eternal. That is what Basavana says. Stavara kalivuntu, jangama kalivilla. Unfortunately, the people understand the word jangama in a narrow sense. Jangama is one which is moving, which is capable of propagating from generations to generations to generations to come. That one particular satya, that one particular tatya. Satya means what? Sat plus tatya. That satya should remain. That satya can walk naked in the general public, whereas the falsehood requires every time the makeup. Right? If the fair and lovely can better your skin color, it should get the fullest market in Africa. Why it is not? God given, no? God given body. My dear friends, I was giving the example of shoes and chappals. It will vanish 3 years, 5 years, people like me can wear for 5 years. After that, what happens? Whether your feet has vanished. Lifetime guarantee, no? Where your vehicles cannot go, Nataraja service can go. Your feet can reach to Himalayas where no other transport can go. Your ideas can reach that world from here. You can only send the signal, and you don't require any service provider for that. It is only between you and the God, you and that supreme power, you and that value, you and that dharma, you and that universe. If you have that power, your thinking, your ideology, your way of living, your way of making the things, your way of structuring your life. The profile madam has said he has passed this, that, and all. No, not necessary. I am a LKG student in Dharma. LKG student, not even LKG. J to join LKG in the Dharma Shastra philosophy. When are you to reach? When are we to go there? When are we to reach that? That is the healthy competition. But I assure my dear friends, whatever that has been propagated for last 3 days here in this beautiful auditorium, in the 4 corners of this auditorium, the good things, the dharma, the satya, the eternal values will definitely resonate and reach similarly placed any creature across the universe, beyond the universe, and that will reflect back without any service provider, without any satellite, and more than anything, free of cost. Right? That's why our Rishi Munis were able to find out such mantras, which is for the well-being of the society. This is the only country in this entire universe we did not ask for the payment of money or price for the inventions that they have made, because it is for sarve jana sukhino bhavantu samasta sanmangalani bhavantu. So no intellectual property law in India. Unfortunate, we have now that as the most flourishing field in the law. Look at the Basavana, look at the Purandaradasa, look at the Agamarshana Rishi, look at the Sindhudvipa Rishi. Apohishta mayo buha tanamurje dadachana maheranaya chaksase yova shivata morasaha tasya bhajayate hanaha ushatirava mataraha sarvavastangato. All these things are said what? I said no dove, no Ariel. This is for the purification here. Very beautiful way. Sarvavastangatopiva yasmaret pundarikaksha sabahyat abhyantara shuchihi. This is the one which purifies the soul. How it can purify? Remove the evil. Once you remove the evil, you will have a beautiful place to come. That place can occupy. Then you can have different darshanas which was told. Rigveda gave all these things, Yajurveda made the how to make it karma, Samaveda make it with a bliss to sing it, and then Atharvana Veda makes it simplified so that fools like 35% people like me can understand. That has been made into Upanishads, Upavedas, and thereafterwards, if you read the book of Upanishad Darshana by Ranade, you will only see all these things, the nectar. See, whatever be your belief, believe in one thing. You may have an ideology, no problem. Here is the world, this is the country which says very existence of the God can be questioned. Brahma Sutra Bhashya started with that. Athato Brahma Jignasa Om. You just put a question for yourself, whether the God exists or not. You have several doubts on the left hand side. I give the answers in the form of Uttara Paksha, Purva Paksha and Uttara Paksha. I give the answers here. Tally it. If you get the answer in an objective manner, you may accept, or still you may remain, I don't accept and I want to become a Nastika. Nastika Darshana is allowed, and that is allowed only in the our Dharma, no other religion in the world. Right? So, for a Nastika also, yes, that's it. You need an applause for that. This is the one Dharma which allows Nastika to have a place in this world, questioning the very existence of the God. You have seen in what has happened otherwise when it is questioned. People are crucified. Sorry, we allow them to work there. Charuvaka is not a person. Charuvaka is a Samskruti which questioned everything, doubtful. Doubting master is there in every class. That doubting master is what is called Charuvaka. Anyway, the time is up. I have got many things to say. Today, for this purpose, the valedictory address is whatever the doubts, in my opinion, any valedictory address should be in a position to encapsulate what all happened with Mr. Nair has already done it in a beautiful way before I came here. And then my job is simplified. My dear friend has also made it very clear about the Panchakosha. And then for me, the Samaropa should be any doubt you have. You have come up with so many doubts. Well, at least one doubt out of your whatever the list has been clarified. That is for that doubt, this is Samaropa. You come up with a fresh doubt for the next conference. We are there here to serve you with our best of capability, paucity of time. Time is the villain for every one of us. Time is the villain, all of us, right from my driver, right from my servant, those who is sleeping in the garden, till up to the Trump. Unfortunately, 24 hours is the only time. That is only Article 14. All are equal before the time and nowhere else. All are equal only as against the time. So therefore, my dear friends, let us understand again that I am a little selfish fellow. Oh, this is sublime to ridiculous. This fellow spoke about Dharma. Now he is talking of selfishness. Yes, I am selfish. For what? I have invested my 1.5 hours after the day's work in the court, came here only to see that I have an opportunity of satisfying my doubts as well in this conference. Right? That time I invested. I invested. Your time, my time won't come back. In this today's 13th February 2026, I was here by 3:50, getting back around 5:20, will not come back in my life again. So also for you. Then what is the selfishness I am looking for is anybody here, especially youngsters, 20 years down the line, when we are again celebrating the Ranades, that, the 3 days seminar, it can be 3 days, 5 days. Any one of you here, come back here and then remove me my doubt. That is the dividend I am expecting. Thank you, one and all.